At 6:14 a.m. on November 2, 2025, 3 Venezuelan patrol ships cut through the Caribbean, their wakes streaking across the early morning light. They move north in a tight line toward a massive shape on the horizon, the USS Gerald R. Ford and her strike group. For the U.S. Navy, the approach near Caracas is routine. But inside Venezuela's Naval Command Center, the order is far from casual. Close the gap. Make our presence known. The Gary-class patrol ships, CG-23, CG-24, and CG-25, accelerate past 28 knots, forming a pointed formation aimed directly at the carrier's projected path. It's not a welcome escort, it's a warning. On the Ford's bridge, officers watch the silhouettes sharpen in the pink morning haze. The vessels look tiny next to a 1,000-foot carrier, but speed and intent matter more than size. Just a day before, Venezuela publicly tore up a major energy agreement with Trinidad and Tobago, accusing Washington of interference. Now their navy is sending its reply in steel and momentum. As the patrol ships widen into a deliberate half-moon pattern designed to squeeze the strike group from the south, activity aboard the Ford heightens. Radar screens bloom with red contacts. The destroyer USS gravely moves ahead to create a shield between the carrier and the fast-approaching hulls. Standard radio calls go out in English and Spanish. Maintain safe distance. The Venezuelan ships answer with silence. At 6:27 a.m., the lead Venezuelan vessel abruptly shifts course, cutting diagonally toward the Ford's projected track. The Gravely reacts instantly, sliding between the carrier and the incoming ship. Above, a Navy Seahawk helicopter loops overhead, recording infrared signatures and wake trails for real-time analysis. The Venezuelan trio closes tighter, too tight. Then, the first transmission crackles through the radio. United States warship, you are entering the Bolivarian security zone. Change course immediately. The U.S. response remains cool. Negative. We are operating lawfully in international waters. For a few tense seconds, the distance shrinks to under 1,000 yards. White water churns between the hulls as both sides hold their lines. Crew members can literally see faces across the divide. A collision seems one wrong gust of wind away, until the Venezuelan ship finally eases off throttle and slips out of the danger line. By 6:35 a.m., the tension breaks. No confrontation, no weapons raised. Just a near crash avoided through sheer discipline. 6 minutes later, the Venezuelan formation begins drifting south, peeling away from the strike group. The U.S. vessels resume their original course as the foreign silhouettes fade from sight. The Ford's flight deck roars back to life. On the Gravely, the captain steps onto the bridge wing and quietly remarks, "Freedom of navigation, secured." But the real battle shifts ashore. Within hours, Venezuela airs shaky deck footage, claiming that its navy forced the American carrier to turn away. An event that never happened. The Pentagon responds with a single sentence confirming lawful operations. Analysts classify the encounter as another gray zone incident. An aggressive stunt designed to generate headlines, not an actual firefight. The takeaway is simple. Venezuela wanted a show of defiance. The United States simply refused to acknowledge the provocation. By noon, satellite images already show the Venezuelan ships back near port. The Ford's official log closes the event with, "No aggression observed. Mission continuing." But the sailors who witnessed the tension firsthand know how thin the margin was. The whole event was a choreographed risk, precise, intentional, and close to catastrophic. By sunset, the Caribbean returns to postcard calm. But everyone aboard the strike group understands the truth. Calm water often hides the loudest tension. Encounters like this don't start wars, but they do test professionalism, nerves, and the ability to stay steady under pressure. Modern naval strength isn't measured by who fires first. It's measured by who refuses to panic. And that leads to the final question for the audience. If you stood on that bridge, watching 3 foreign ships carve across your bow, would you hold your course or turn away? Viewers can weigh in below, and then the outro invites them to like, subscribe, and join the channel to support more real-world breakdowns of high-stakes maritime encounters.